Welcome back, you lovely people. Today Otaku Sensei will be recommending the top 10 anime where the main character is super strong from the beginning. We try not to mention well-established known names so you can find new shows that flew under your watch list radar. So for that alone, why not hit the like button and turn on notifications? Also, we've been partnered with GamerSupps, so if you guys want to buy waifu cups or energy drink, make sure to use code OTAKU at the link in the description. And it would also be great if you guys follow Otaku Sensei on Twitter. That being said, let's start the video. First on the list is Active Raid. The story follows an undercover agent, Asumi Kazari, who was sent by the government to a special police unit called Unit 8, which specializes in handling criminals who wield dangerous wearable technology called willware, which Unit 8 also uses, giving them a bad rep. So to straighten out what Asumi Kazari expects to be a group of incompetent fools, she instead finds a team of well-intentioned experts who use very effective, albeit unorthodox methods, hindered by strict regulations. Tagged comedy, mecha, police, sci-fi, I can inaccurately tell you that Active Raid is the Iron Man of anime, but with less swag. Next up, we have Ah My Buddha. Not gonna lie, I mainly watched it because of the title and the R+ rating. And as I expected, it's not the best anime out there, but still a decent watchable show depending on the mood. The man guiding you down the 24-episode show is Sadonaka Iko, who is a first-year trainee at Sainji Buddhist Temple. And just like most of you before I heard this, I didn't know Buddhists had trainees. Anywho, at the temple, our virgin boy finds himself surrounded by beautiful female priestesses in training. And here comes the R-rated plus part. Upon seeing a naked girl, Iko turns into a super monk, performing massive exorcisms for the good of the temple. What I've learned from this show is that Buddhists have trainees and they can be women. And here I thought for the last 18 years, Buddhists are born men. What a strange world we live in, but to my defense, I've never seen a Buddhist woman before. Did you see one? Another low-rated mecha anime show that belongs to the list is Aquarian Logos. Now before you dislike the video or blast me in the comments, as I said in the intro, we try to add diversity, and before this list, I'm positive 80% of you didn't know about the show. Which is okay, because I'm going to tell you about it now. For thousands of years after its development, mankind used the written word for communication between people and generations. As the millennia passed and technology became more prevalent, writing, and thus communication as a whole, diminished. Imagine sending nudes via pigeons in 2021. Seeing an opportunity, the sorcerer Sogen Kanzaki starts infecting words with the Nesta virus, which brings them to life and turns them into monsters. To counter this attack against humanity, an organization assembles a group of youths with the ability of verbalism, meaning they have some sick roasting game. I'm joking, no need to dislike the video. Aquarian Logos was made by the studio behind Fairy Tail, and it was a Darling in the Franxx before Darling in the Franxx existed. Granted, not as good, but if you're a big fan of Darling, you might as well try the show. Another R+ rated anime is Tenchi Muyo War on Geminar. Kenshi Masaki has been kidnapped and brought to the world of Geminar by a mysterious group. To get back home, he agrees to help them assassinate a newly crowned empress using a giant robot. After a failed assassination attempt, the empress takes note of Kenshi's abilities and demands that her attacker is captured alive, only to find out that the pilot is male, which is extremely rare on Geminar. Believing it to be a waste to kill him, she makes Kenshi her attendant. Which, if you think about it, is a dream come true. Yes, they kidnapped the guy, but to where they kidnapped him to? To a land full of beautiful women with no men to compete with. Isekai, ladies and gentlemen, isekai. In 6th place, a personal favorite of mine, Akashic Records of Bastard Magic Instructor. The story follows a stern noble girl and her bright-eyed best friend who attend a high distinguished magic academy. It was all sunshine and rainbows for these magical little girls until their world is thrown for a loop when their favorite teacher suddenly retires and the enigmatic Glenn Radars, aka the Bastard Magic Instructor, replaces him. His lazy and indifferent attitude toward life and magic quickly puts him at odds with his class. However, Glenn is what is known in weeb terms as an OPMC, meaning he has more than what meets the eye. On the brink of extinction, mankind has downsized and now solely resides in the city-state of Flandor. Messing with the letters here and there, and Flandor becomes Florida. So this show, Assassin's Pride, might be based on real future events, which explains the low rating. But we're not here to judge. We're here to give you shows you might not heard of before. In this harsh world at 13 years of age, noble Melida Angel has yet to manifest her mana. Hence, she gets mistreated by classmates and others who attend an elite academy. To help her, Kufa Vampire is ordered by the Angel family to become Melida's mentor. While Kufa seems to be a mere tutor, he has an ulterior motive. He is to assassinate the young girl if he confirms that she does not possess mana. Nearing the end, we have Chojin Kokusei Tachi wa Isekai Demo Yoyu de Ikiniku Yu Desu. Why didn't I say the English title instead, just like the rest of the mentioned shows? Well, the scriptwriter is a dick. 7 Japanese high school students enjoy international renown for their remarkable talents. One day, these friends survive a plane crash only to find themselves in the medieval fantasy world, where 2 human races live side by side in feudal society. The Byuma, who have animal features and formidable strength, aka Furies, and the Huma, who have a small chance of magical aptitude, aka Human. After being rescued by a Byuma and her adopted elven daughter, the group pledges to use their advanced skills and knowledge to pay back the people of Elm Village for their hospitality and to find a way to return home. In a way, this show is kinda like problem children coming from another world, and Gate combined. In third place, we have Akibas Trip, the animation. The story follows the Otaku siblings Tamatsu and Nikawa, who were shopping in Akihabara when it was overrun by vampiric cosplaying monsters. These creatures, known as bugged ones, can possess anyone they bite, and soon they begin causing mayhem across the city. As Tamotsu finds himself at the mercy of one of these creatures, he is rescued by the mysterious baseball bat wielding Matome. In other words, he was saved by Batman. I'm very deeply sorry, but I had to do it. Anyways, Tamatsu and Matome, along with excitable otaku cosplayer, make up the group and they begin dispatching the bugged ones in the only way they know how, by ripping off their clothes and exposing them to sunlight. Hashtag kinky. From Akihabara to a fantasy World War II, Yojo Senki. I trust most of you are familiar with the Nazi loli Tanya Degorachov, who is a young soldier infamous for her predatorial-like ruthlessness and an uncanny tactical aptitude, earning her the nickname of Devil of the Rhine. Underneath her innocuous loli appearance lies the soul of a boomer man who challenged Being X, the self-proclaimed god, to a battle of wits, which resulted in him being reincarnated as a little girl into a world of magical warfare. Not gonna lie, Saga of Tanya the Evil is my favorite show on the list. If for some reason you haven't watched it yet, then do watch it. Also, the dub is pretty good. And in number 1, Death March. Like Yojo Senki, Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody's main character, Ichiro Suzuki, was also a boomer in his previous life before reincarnation. He was a programmer drowning in work. Worn out, Ichiro eventually has a chance to catch up on sleep, only to wake up and discover himself in a fantasy RPG world, which is mashed together from the games he was debugging in reality. In this new place, he realizes that not only has his appearance changed to a younger version of himself, but his name has also changed to Sato, a nickname he used while running beta tests on games. However, before Sato can fully grasp his situation, an army of lizardmen launches an assault on him. Forced to cast a powerful spell in retaliation, Sato wipes them out completely, and his level is boosted to 310, effectively maximizing his stats. An overkill and a tryhard, which makes Death March a perfect fit for number 1 of this list. I hope you enjoyed and acquired new titles from this list. They may not be the best titles, as most people say, but who knows, you might like one or two depending on your personal preference. Other than that, you know the drill. Like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, and why not be a dear and check the Patreon link that's in the description. Have a great day or evening. See you guys in the next one.